So this video is going to go over the remainder theorem that goes along with the factor theorem. Okay, so this one you'll see a lot on your test tomorrow. Okay, so make sure you know how to solve for k. So it tells me that x minus 1 is a factor. So if it's a factor, if I plug in the opposite, it needs to equal 1. So that means if I plug in 1 to all these x's, so let's plug in 1 to all these x's. If I plug in 1 for every x I see, it should equal 0 because it's a factor. And then we can solve for k because now that's the only thing missing. So we simplify each term. So 1 cubed is 1, and then 1 times 2 is 2. I can't do anything to this. And then plus 1 equals 0. Combine like terms. That'll give me 3 plus k times 1 equals 0. Now I get k by itself. We're going to subtract 3, subtract 3. I get k times 1 equals negative 3. We divide by the 1, and k will be negative 3. Okay? All right, let's do another one. Now this one says when I divide this equation by this guy, I have a remainder of 27. So that means if I plug in the opposite, which will be 3, my answer shouldn't be 0, it should be 27. Because remember, when you plug it in, you get your remainder. Okay? So that means if I replace all of these x's with positive 3, my answer should be 27. And we can solve for k. 3 cubed is 27. We can't do anything to that one. Plus 9 equals 27. I do believe 3 cubed is 27. Yes. All right. So then we combine 27 plus 9 would be 36 plus k times 3 equals 27. Subtract. That's going to be k times 3 equals negative 9. Divide by 3, and k equals negative 3. Okay? All right, so let's do another one. All right, so same steps. You just have to make sure it says it's a factor or do you have a remainder. So this one says that this is a factor. So if it's a factor, when I plug in the opposite, it's going to equal 0. So I'm going to replace all of my x's with 1. And when I do that, my equation should equal 0. So 1 cubed is 1. Oh, that should be a minus, not an equals. Then we combine like terms. 1 minus 8 is negative 7. Now we got to get k by itself. I add 7. K times 1 equals positive 7. Divide by 1. And k is 7. So you see how it's the same steps, all right? You simplify, you combine, then you start solving, okay? All right, we're going to do one more. All right, last one. So this one says when I divide by x plus 2, I have a remainder of 32. So that means when I plug in the opposite, which is negative 2, it's going to equal 32. So I'm going to replace all of my x's with negative 2, and that's going to give me 32. Okay? So let's simplify. Negative 2 squared is 4. Negative 10 times negative 2 is positive 20. Plus k equals 32. Combined, so I have 24 plus k equals 32. Subtract the 24, and I get k to be 8. And that's all you have to do. All right, guys?